What is going on, YouTube? My name is Randy, and today's content is going to be about what David Stearns had to say in the press conference. Some three key things that he really talked about. We're going to get into right into this video. And the first topic we're going to get right into is Sean Manaea. And yes, Sean Manaea, if you don't know, Mets starting pitcher Sean Manaea is now shut down for 48 to 72 hours. He was feeling some discomfort in his left elbow, and apparently there was an MRI, and there's a loose body in his left elbow. So not what you want to hear when it comes to Sean Manaea, because he was very close to making that last rehab start and going right into the majors, coming right back to the majors. But now it's a setback. But what David Stearns had to say in this press conference is he is not concerned with Sean Manaea and what's going on with Sean Manaea. He just feels like this is going to set him back a couple of days and maybe a week. So this is not as concerning as I guess it looks like on paper. But when it comes to Sean Manaea and the Mets and with injuries, you never know what the truth is. You never know what these guys, how they're going to handle it. Sean Manaea in his last rehab outing, the last inning in the rehab outing, he felt some discomfort. And it sucks, but it is what it is. The Mets, we know that starting pitching has been an issue lately. And Sean Manaea was supposed to be this big pickup, this big really pick up for the New York Mets for this rotation that's really struggling right now. And yes, Frankie Montas is back now, but now Sean Manaea, you don't know when exactly he's going to be back. David Stearns said this is going to set him back maybe a week. So maybe this is not that bad as we think, but it really does suck to hear, because I felt like Sean Manaea was one start away or very, very close to coming back to the major leagues and making an impact. And I was hoping as a Met fan that would happen. But now we will see how he responds. He had a cortisone shot in the left elbow, so we'll see how he responds. But this really does suck for the New York Mets, because we know that the Mets have had pitching issues, and it sucks. It really sucks. So David Stearns doesn't seem concerned. I trust what David Stearns has to say. So at the end of the day, that's all we can trust. And I get it if you're not trusting the pitching lab right now when it comes to the New York Mets, because you're seeing Griffin Canning and other guys like McGill and other guys really struggle. But we'll see. At this point, the Mets really need Sean Manaea back. That's a big piece for the New York Mets. And I'm truly hoping that they get him back, man. Let's talk about our next topic here, and that is that David Stearns, he was asked about the core. What's going on with the Mets in general? He was asked about what's going on with the Mets. Do you still believe in the Mets? How do you feel about the Mets so far? And he's saying that throughout these 2 weeks, they haven't played quality baseball. They haven't really played up to par. But he believes in the core. He believes in guys like Juan Soto. He believes in guys like Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, Jeff McNeil. He believes in these guys, but he has said that the bottom of the lineup has been a weakness, but these guys have to come through. And he believes that this will eventually happen. And I'm hoping that he hopes that it will happen very, very soon. But when it comes to the New York Mets, these past 2 weeks just hasn't been good. It hasn't been good to watch. And guys like Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, they really need to come through for this team to be successful. And I get it, the bottom of the lineup is a weakness, but I believe that the core is a good core. I believe in Juan Soto's bat. I believe in Lindor, especially what he showed last year, and especially the season that he was having. And Pete Alonso, the season that he's been having. So I believe in the core just like David Stearns. And I feel like David Stearns, to me, is a guy that really knows baseball. He is very, very intelligent. And if he believes that this core will figure it out, then I think that they will. I truly think that they will. And at the end of the day, they need to get something from that bottom of the lineup. But at the end of the day, you want these guys, the guys that you're paying the big bucks, Lindor, Alonso, Soto, Nimmo, those guys need to come through. And Jeff McNeil. Those guys, the core needs to come through. And that is plain and simple what David Stearns really had to say when it comes to the core. And I'm hoping that they come through because the Mets really need the core, these guys, to really show up. Because the bottom of the lineup, they're not getting much from the bottom of the lineup. So we'll see, man. And the last topic I want to get into here is what he said about opportunity when it comes to the New York Mets. We know that we've seen issues with the third base, with Brett Beatty, with Ronnie Mauricio, with these guys. And now there's opportunity there, and he wants someone. He wants someone to grasp at that opportunity. He wants either a Mauricio or Beatty or Vientos when he comes back to grasp that opportunity. And he feels that someone will eventually grasp the opportunity. But we've seen a lot of struggles from Ronnie Mauricio. And David Stearns said they've been asking a lot from Ronnie Mauricio, a guy that basically missed a year and a half of baseball and now played a couple of games in the minors and is now with the major league team. And you've seen the weakness in Ronnie Mauricio and the plate discipline and what's going on with him. But you've also seen the regression with Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty is a guy that I kind of thought he was done for in general. I thought he wasn't going to be good at all. But then he played really good and started hitting for like a week. And he kind of shocked the Met fans, and he kind of shocked the Mets. But then we've seen the regression again, the struggles again from Brett Beatty. And they're not getting much from these guys. And when Vientos was up here, the Mets didn't get much from Mark Vientos either. So when it comes to these guys, they got to get somebody, either Mauricio, Beatty, or Vientos when he comes back. They need to get something from these guys, and hopefully somebody will grasp that opportunity. So David Stearns feels that someone will eventually grasp the opportunity, but we will see what happens at the end of the day. So that's what David Stearns had to say. Let me know what you guys think about what David Stearns had to say. Let me know what you guys think about what I had to say, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely do me a favor, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. My name is Randy. Let's go Mets.